Hello again and welcome back to The Front Row, a minor production of the First Congregational Church in South Pekin, where our intent is to bring snippets from our Sunday morning message into your week. We are in the midst of Holy Week. Our message this week came on Palm Sunday. We've got Maundy Thursday, Good Friday, Holy Saturday, Easter Sunday, all that going on. We've already acknowledged the fact that Jesus did a ton of teaching during this week, so we are unpacking the concept of study, the spiritual discipline of study. And yesterday I told you we were going to answer three questions: why, how, and what with regard to study. So today we're going to talk about why. Why should we study? I'm going to first read three verses. They may seem to be unrelated. They're from different parts, a couple of them written by Paul to the church and then one going back to Jesus, but they all are interrelated and bring us into this concept of why study, the spiritual discipline of study, should be a part of our life. The first one is Paul's letter to the Philippians. He's wrapping up this instructional letter. We're in chapter 4, starting in verse 8. He says, "Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things." So he's widening the gap. It's not just the things I'm teaching you. It's not just, but anything that is in that realm of the beautiful things of life, whatever you have learned or received from me, that as well, or whatever you've seen in my life, put it into practice, and the God of peace will be with you. So Paul is instructing the church in Philippi. This is where you should focus your mind. Think about such things. Then we're moving over into Paul's instruction to the church in Rome in Romans chapter 12, my favorite verse in the entire Bible, verse 2. "Do not conform any longer to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will." We learn that the key to transformation in our lives, which is the life of the disciple, the life of the Christian, life of the follower of Christ that wants to become more like Christ, a follower of the way. It is a life of transformation, and the key to it is in the renewing of our mind. And then Jesus, he's teaching us the gospel, the good news. And he says in John 8, verses 31 and 32, to the Jews that had believed him. He's not trying to convert someone. He's not trying to convince anybody. These are the people that are already in his camp that want to learn from Jesus. He's saying this: if you hold to my teaching, you are really my disciples. Do the things that I am teaching you. And if you do that, you are really my disciples, and then you will know the truth, and that truth will set you free. Jesus is promising the route to ultimate freedom in a knowledge of this deep truth that happens when you hear and understand and obey his teaching. This all has to do with our mental approach and our proactive obedience to all the things that we are learning from Christ. Now, we're not trying to cherry-proof text here, okay? We are looking at Paul's instruction to the church in Philippi, to the church in Rome, and we can look other places as well. And then we're looking right to Jesus and we're saying, what happens in our mind matters. And so why do we need to focus in on the spiritual discipline of study? Because it affects the way we think and the way we act, and it is critically important in our life as a Christ follower. Let's not ignore the spiritual discipline of study. We're going to get into the how and the what in the next couple days. Blessings to you. Have a fantastic rest of your day.